Welcome back to another video. This will be regarding CATIA Freestyle. This will be regarding Symmetry. As we can see, I'm currently over here within Generative Shape Design. And if I will activate Symmetry, it will look like this. So we have an element, then a reference, and the result can be a surface or a volume. So I can select that element, the reference. I can select, for example, the axis over here, the horizontal, and we're going to have that defined symmetrical over there. Now, if I will jump to start, this was within Generative Shape Design, and I'm gonna jump within Freestyle Workbench, and we're gonna see that the first feature available will be Symmetry. So in this case, Symmetry will no longer be underneath other transformations. This will be individual over here, but the functionality will be the same. So we have the Symmetry definition over here. We can again define the element, the reference. Keep in mind that for the reference, I can select, for example, a plane, as we can see over here, the X and Y plane, or I can select a point. In this case, I have selected the point 1, which is located over here, or I can select a line, for example, line 1. So all of those three elements can be used as a reference. I can also use axis. So for example, over here I can select the vertical axis, and this will be the output of the Symmetry. As we can see over here, in this case, there will be some slight offset over here. If I'm going to use that vertical axis, or I can use the horizontal one, and over here those will not be that visible. But let's take a look at the plane. So the Z and X plane, or the Y and Z in this case, and if I will make this element symmetric, so that element regarding that plane, we're gonna see that now this will be perfectly mirrored. So in this case, we see that if I use that axis and the vertical axis, this will be slightly misaligned from the Symmetry. Keep in mind that Symmetry will work and do the updates. For example, if I will change this and I will enable the Symmetry, and if I'm going to jump within that sketch, it will automatically update that Symmetry. So as soon as I will exit the sketch workbench, that will be processed and automatically updated. Now regarding the point, so as we can see over here, currently I have a point over here which is located at minus 100 millimeters on the X. If I will go with 0, 0, 0, that will be right in the middle. So 0.6, let me make this, for example, red, so we can visualize that better. And if I will go with Symmetry, the element regarding the point, this will be the result. So regardless of the volume or the surface, the Symmetry for the point will be defined like this. If, for example, I will go within the point and I will change the axis over here on X to be minus 100, this will be right at the middle of the extrude, because the extrude will have 200 millimeters. And if I will go and redo that mirror regarding this point, this will be the output. So in case of the point, we see that we also need to align that according to the distance of that extruded element. If, for example, I will do the mirror regarding this plane, we're going to see that this offset distance will remain just like the one with the point. So 3.28 millimeters. Let me just change the color for this, for example, to black. And I will recreate this Symmetry regarding the point. And we see that offset is set like that, but in this case, the mirroring of that shape will be turned around, as we can see from the point, because the point will give this a different normal, and that will give it a different axis over here. If I will go over here and change this, so let me undo that because I don't want to move it from that position. So let me just go back, and again I will delete this point, delete that one as well, and I will just set a distance over here of 100, and I want this point to be coincident with this one, and I want the same over here. And in this case we're gonna see that the offset will look like this. So the one with blue will be the one where we use the X and Y plane, and over here the one with yellow will be when we use 0.6 in this case. And as we can see, that point is positioned over there. So if I'm gonna go within, this will be top view, then I should go within front view. The point will be positioned right onto that axis system, but still the symmetry will be misaligned. So usually it's a good idea to use planes in this case as symmetric elements, as those will give you the perfect symmetry. Okay, so this was regarding symmetry within Freestyle. Keep in mind that this function will be the same as the one from Generative Shape Design. If you enjoyed this kind of content, consider to check the video that I added over here onto the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it for now. See you within the next video when we're going to discuss control points.